2, 1. StreamYards has lost X. What are you guys kidding me? What's up, guys? Welcome to the Freedom Revolution Network. I am your host, Dwayne Lanham. You guys know what time it is, and it is time for the Night Talk. Don't mind me while I'm fixing certain things on the stream. So, guys, what's up? Like I said, I am your host, Dwayne Lanham. Guys, this is going to be a great fucking night. We have some things to talk about, things to say, things to do. You know, it's normally how it is. So tonight, the state of Texas has completely let go of their mask mandate and has reopened to 100% capacity. Tilo, what's your thoughts on that, my man?
Well, what it comes down to is the fact that quite a few folks have been conditioned for the masks, for wearing them. So they will continue to do so. Where we'll find a lot of issues that will arise and where a lot of contention will pop up will be with the stores, because they can enforce their own mandates because they are a business and can operate as such. And yes, there is a law that they can refuse service to anyone. They just pick and choose, of course, which times to actually apply that. So This will be one of those. This will definitely be one of those times, and a lot of people. Of course, it's all basically comes down to politics. I mean, the move of opening stuff, the protests against it, everything has been politicized. So even if you were to try and look at it factually, most people out there have been basically steamrolled into whatever side, they basically, you have to like pick a side. It's like either or. It's that zero sum shit that I've alluded to before. Oh, Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne's right. I'm sorry.
Good evening, Lee.
Good evening, Lee. How you been, bud? Haven't seen you in a while. Have you been? All right. So yeah, like you were saying, Tilo, it's gonna be one of them times to see if business, with like we've all talked about before, businesses have lost a lot of money since the mask mandate.
Correct. A lot of businesses did not make it through to the point where their states have been able to reopen to the degree at which whatever state it applies to, since almost every state has something somewhat different. So,
right. Like here in Ohio, fucking, here's my thing. The fact of the matter that, we just came back to 20% capacity indoors.
Yeah, we're only sitting at around 25, I do believe. They're talking about maybe bumping it up to like 35, 40, but that'd probably be it for a while.
Well, something needs to change. Something needs to give.
Well, as I said, a lot of people have been conditioned as such. So there's a lot of people, say, in Minnesota that definitely will wear the masks even after such mandates are lifted. I can guarantee it.
Oh, dude, I guarantee it as well.
So, and then it'll once again become a major point of contention as far as politically, and then people will be once again pointing fingers at each other, you guys are wearing masks, so you must be those evil liberals. And then people who aren't wearing masks, like, oh, you're those evil, wretched Trump people.
Oh my god.
So it'll just be that back and forth. And you know, the main issue though is when it comes down to it, um, it is almost like the government or whatever powers that be are somewhat experimenting on the population, albeit on a grander scale. It is definitely still reminiscent of uh, hints of like Tuskegee. Um,
well, no. No shit.
no, because like it's weird that like you have these major contention points and you have these directives and you have all these different rules and layers of rules, but it seems like they always pick and choose which one to use at whatever given time, for whatever they deem necessary, because sometimes they'll even like contradict themselves. Well, actually not sometimes, most often.
I say about 95% of the time.
I would say about 70-30 that
Dude,
they
you're going that
usually
low
they
again?
well, yeah, no, as far as like you know basically being hypocritical pieces of what, but
I
we
mean,
see, yeah, you do see it a lot, but that's just because it's the ones that are in the main focus, because obviously you'll always see the Muppets like Old Girl from New York and Massachusetts offering, um, those sort of like the main characters. It always plays out like some sort of fucking soap opera. Like I remember them, like the real soap operas from back in the day, because I
oh
used to be down with all that shit, like the All My Children and the Young and the Restless.
oh god, we're gonna go back that far? Holy shit.
Oh yeah, no, I was there. I've been around for a very, very,
I
very long.
remember I remember Young and the Restless. What's the other one that was like that? Fuck. It was on like noon every fucking day.
That was All My Children. All My Children. Young and Restless was on at 11. All My Children was on 12. There was one after that for a while, but then they started to shave away at the soap operas during the daytime, and I believe it was around the 2-1 o'clock hours that were the first to go, and those
Yeah.
were eaten up by the infomercials, the
Yeah.
interjection of the infomercials. So that's how that shit went down.
And you know what? Here's the funny thing. Since we're talking about this, since we're gonna divert in here for a minute. So I was on Hulu the other day, TLO, and you're not even gonna fucking believe what's on Hulu. We were literally just talking about it.
No, what's that?
Here, hold on, I gotta find it.
I've talked about quite a few movies of late.
Young and the Restless. Pamela.
Good evening, Pam.
Oh my god. It's our favorite moderator. It's Pam. Yeah, Young and the Restless is on there.
Well, I believe the daytime soaps are trying to. I'm not sure if you could call it like reinvent themselves, but they're trying to get themselves fresh, refreshed again to try and appeal to younger folks and whatnot. But I mean, it's a very generational thing, so it probably will end up going the way of like the telephone cords.
Doogie Howser is on here.
Yes, and that has a specific reason, though. They have that on there just to get people refreshed because they're getting prepared to do a reboot.
Oh God, I was figuring you were going to say that as soon as I said something. You know, so here's the thing, man, and I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna say this with earnestness, with as much Yeah, fuck, I can't even talk tonight.
With as much earnest
Thank you.
as I can. There
Yeah,
you
with
go.
much earnest as I can. What are you holding in your hand? And highly, what am I holding in my hand? Oh, it was this.
No, I think she's asking me.
Oh, TLO can tell us.
That would be my butterfly Sam.
Sam. We all love Sam. Still bad Garfield.
Yes, no. Sam is right now hanging out watching Harold and Kumar go to White Castle with me. And Garfield, I believe, is over there rolling around in some catnip playing with his fish.
No, Garfield and that fucking catnip.
Yes, indeed.
It's like cocaine for fucking cats.
Well, for him especially, he gets especially jazzed. What kind, Pamela? It is a swallowtail butterfly.
He's been alive for longer than we were counting on.
Longer than most butterflies live.
I think it's because he's getting love and affection from TLO.
That's exactly why most of the animals in my care usually live pretty extremely long lives. Sam is definitely no exception. As we are in day 30, and their lifespans usually are between 12 and 14 days. But there's a few variables. It's not just the love and care that I'm giving him, mostly in retrospect, basically to make up for the fact that when I found or came upon Sam, Garfield had already damaged his wings, so he couldn't fly.
Fucking Garfield.
But yes, naughty kitty. But given as it was, February 3rd, um, it wasn't like I was really going to necessarily release Sam into the wild as I found him inside my apartment. So he's been residing with me. I've made him faux nectar and taken care of him. There will be a release, possibly a book, The Story of Sam, uh, later on this summer. So it'll have pictures and graphics and all sorts of stuff. So,
Yay! TLO's gonna write a fucking book. Holy shit.
well, it's definitely not going to be a novel by any means. I haven't done one of those in a while.
Do you know what, TLO? I've actually been thinking about writing a book.
It's not as difficult as people make it out to be. That's the thing. That's the true writer's block, is the fact that people like overthink it and they like try and make it like the perfect thing. Like they're like, oh, I have to write this and it'll be like just in the movies and the typewriter will be going back and forth and I'll be ripping out the beautifully written pages and they'll fall gracefully to the floor. Like, no, 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 no. You just sit there and just write out shit. Like mostly the reason why I write so well is because I started doing it a long time ago for my dream journals. So that turned into storytelling. Storytelling turned into screenplays. Screenplays turned into novels, and so on and so forth. The key is to just keep writing. That's basically what it is.
It's pretty much how it is anymore today.
Yeah. And the reason why for some writers it takes a while to do their books is because that's how they'll write it, is they'll just write it out and then basically either flesh it out or tweak it or whatnot with their edits. And then
Right.
they'll give you the proof copy for the editor to check over, and if he says it's good, then you get that shit printed, yo.
Pretty much. It's pretty much how it goes, isn't it? You could 3D print a prosthetic part for the wing.
I don't think they have anything to necessarily attach it. Like you could print the wing, but you'd have to figure out some sort of harness mechanism for controlling it.
Yep.
Something that would be prosthetically adapted to the butterfly. Now, his flying days were pretty much done when I found him. But he did get kind of lucky. Well, he is basically my little miracle, but he was fairly lucky. The fact that when I came home and I was just doing my usual thing, which is just sitting here and watching movies as I'm doing now,
Or
um,
this.
or this, but we haven't been doing this for very much. So,
God, Jesus, no, we have not.
no, we have not. So I hear a ruckus by the window, and Garfield's messing with something, and you know because he's usually into some shit, I kind of just let it go by. But he keeps at it for a while, so I kind of go and check it out, and lo and behold, I'm looking at him like, is that what I think it is? That's a fucking butterfly. And so I scooped him up, said, "Bad, Garfield." Garfield got a little pat on the bottom. He left him alone after that. Yes, I'm telling the story, Garfield. Um, and yeah, I would freaked out at first. I was like, well, what am I gonna do? Because I definitely it's like, -20 outside. There's no freaking way I'm gonna just put him out.
Yeah, no.
Um, so I took a pasta colander and an old plant potter, and I did that up quick with some little foliage and some sticks from other plants that I have, as I always have my own little green in here. Green produces oxygen, which is kind of pivotal if you live the apartment lifestyle. So I made him a little, basically, little habitat, and for the last 30 days now, I've been taking care of him. Freaked out, learned real quick online about swallowtail butterflies, what they eat, all that stuff that they need, and try to supply it to them.
What do they eat?
And well, of course, nectar, specifically nectar from, I do believe, dill, um, thyme, I think thistles. Yes, thistles, and one other thing. So I was like, well, that's kind of specific, but I tried some faux nectar, which is basically just sugar water that you boil down a little bit, and
Right.
that seemed to work. You know, I've fed him by hand, literally. That photo is actually just after feeding him. He climbed to his little perch, and he just kind of sits there. Right now, he's kind of sitting on the coffee table in front of me, just chilling, watching the movie, just like I am. And yeah, pretty soon he'll go back into his little upside down colander for the evening. I put in there some Christmas tree lights too to try and keep him warm, since it does get pretty stupid cold here in Minnesota. So
Yeah,
I
you're,
gave him that as well.
dude. It was actually been so hot here today, dude. I was actually sweating upstairs in my room.
Oh my goodness, Dwayne, what was it? A wretched 60 degrees?
That my mom has the heat to 90 in the fucking house.
I miss those days. I used to have the heat that high,
I know.
voluntarily and involuntarily at the same time.
Being asthmatic, dude, it's a bitch.
That's why you need some green. You need some foliage.
I'm about to. I'm about to get a plant here in my next payday. Like go to an
Yeah,
actual
you
greenhouse.
definitely need a plant. They help with your mind too, because you kind of just water them and kind of prune them and make sure they're good while you kind of think about shit.
Dude, I'll actually when I started in back in like 10th grade, 10th, 11th grade.
Pamela,
I,
did you actually say Gorilla Glue? Did you not see what happened when somebody decided to use Gorilla Glue on their bodies? I'm not gonna have my damn Sam get all sensationalized on the YouTubes. All right, Dwayne, it was funny, but it wasn't that funny.
no, because I just read the story yesterday. I just fucking got caught up on social media yesterday, so leave me alone.
Wow, you are way behind.
Well, breakup Saturday. I don't think you want to be on social media for days fucking afterwards.
Well, yeah, you do. You can look at everybody else's problems. You just stay away from all that bullshit with fucking.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this thing hits hard. Holy shit.
Well, hey, I heard there is now. I have heard in some of my we'll just say correspondence, and I do have some across the globe.
Oh no.
One reported in to me that their country may actually go through and ban Facebook permanently.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it in one of the groups I'm in.
Mm-hmm. And there may be a time where quite a few countries will do that.
Hopefully.
I mean, to be honest, they already do it in what, Russia and China, because they have their own networks or their own version of Facebook there. Isn't it like WeChat or something like that over in China?
You're making me think and actually use my brain. Thank you, because I get off the situation. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because they had some back and forth with WeChat not too long ago in regards to stuff I do believe with Hong Kong. So yeah. So I don't know. The social media, plenty of clinical psychologists have come out and said that it's basically ruining people because people are getting super warped and living in their online worlds. Um, the lack of physicality is translating into it's permeating basically every aspect of our lives.
Yep.
Attention spans, average, to be honest, the average IQ has dropped. It's almost every year has dropped since Facebook and Twitter and those Instagram, those institutions have come into play. Like the actual average world IQ has dropped. And then not to mention all the weird anxieties and all the bullshit. I mean, I swear, if it wasn't for things like Instagram and Facebook, we probably wouldn't have as many snowflakes running around basically whining and saying everything offends them because they're so freaking hyper centralized by the fucking thing that basically they don't have a filter. their filter is through the Instagram filters or whatnot. That's their filter. They don't actually learn to adapt their own filter, their own shield,
Right.
coping mechanisms, that sort of thing. They only
Right.
cope by going to Twitter and seeing how everybody else is coping, and usually everybody else is just upset. So everybody just gets upset, and that you literally can see that progression play out on a daily basis.
Right. So
Because some news thing, some political thing, something in Hollywood, something,
something.
yeah, basically something happens, and you see the outrage just skyrocket in social media.
You know what? Here's the thing. So I hate this whole shit. Remember how we were talking about states opening up, right?
Right.
So there's a lot more than I thought there were. I guess there's a map you can go and find. And some girl on TikTok found the map. I'm going to read you the states that are opened up: Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Missouri, Texas, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, I think Oklahoma's been open for a little while. It was Missouri and Tennessee that just opened.
Arizona, North Dakota, Montana.
North Dakota was always open.
Idaho, South Dakota, Minnesota. No, Minnesota. That's not Minnesota.
No.
It's 15 states. I can't read this fucking map. What? Because I fucking took a screenshot. What states are open?
But yeah, North Dakota never closed. I have family up there.
Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, California, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Idaho, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, Nevada, South Carolina. God, Jesus, I just had a full fucking list. Give it back. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California.
Yeah, there you go, Pam. That's the correct answer. It's MeWe.
Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, DC, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana.
Yeah, a few of those I don't think really closed all the way.
No, I saw that map too on TikTok. MGTOW's okay, so MGTOW knows what I'm talking about. Not MGTOW, but Casimiro. Ah, Jesus, my brain's, dude, fucking, I really fucked that up.
Yeah, you did. Come on, man.
Dude, I'm just coming down from a panic attack still, because you can probably kind of tell on the phone that I had one.
Well, I was wondering.
Yeah, so I'm still kind of coping right now. So why I'm on here, because I do this every time, it's tilting this way, tilting that down that way, turning that way. Oop, that's my final close. And then fucking doing this. All right, there we go. Comfy. Yeah, I saw that map on TikTok too. I've seen it, dude, but I'm not really paying attention to a lot of shit because, so there was a video on TikTok today that pissed me off. And it pissed me off. Tilo, so you know how me and you have two completely different beliefs, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we debate on one or the other sometimes, just not as much as we used to. So I stitched a video earlier. I said you're losing followers because you're a Christian. You're never going to get followers that are Christian because God isn't real. So I decided to stitch the fucking video, and I said, look, we're not doing it because we want followers. We're doing it because it's an outward representation for us. Part of what my tattoo is an outward representation. I don't care if people like it. I don't care if people like my content. I don't care if people like my show. Like, you know what I mean?
Was that so? This is something that was actually directed to you?
Directed towards one of the people I follow.
Ah,
And so I stitched it. Mm. And my thing is this. I don't give a fuck if you're atheist. I don't give a fuck if you're Buddhist. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Catholic. Religion is like a dick. Most of us have one. Don't shove it down our fucking throats. But we do have the right to express it. It's not shoving it down anybody's throat. You know,
oh yeah.
it's
I've never been a proponent or have ever liked any like the heavy-handed missionary sort of stuff. It's like, you can go and educate people about it, but like strictly tying in services and stuff like that, almost kind of like the carrot and whatnot. Um, that I kind of have an issue with. But if you wanted to share the knowledge of your religion with other people, that's cool. But if that's all you're specifically going over there for, it's like, eh. So I've never been one or an advocate for like the missionary. But yeah, if you were just doing your thing and you're in a different place and people are like kind of curious about it and you share it, and it's like no biggie. I mean, that's people, and that kind of falls in what you're saying is like, you don't want to just shove it down people's throats, which is true. But people should be open to asking about it, and people should be open to being asked about it, and not be complete dicks about that either. Because I've met quite a few people like that, and it kind of pisses me off because it's like, well, first off, if you want the person to recognize or understand your religion or whatnot, you probably should enlighten them or inform them on such things as opposed to just being rude to them. So, and
well,
that kind of sounds what that is just people being rude to you just because.
like here's the thing. She was just stitching a video. Like she was singing a song, you know what I mean? And like what made that comment so bad? You know what made that video so bad that you just had to go be a straight dick? Like, does that make sense?
Kind of. I mean, but that's the thing is like it plays into a lot of the stuff that we talk about how the world has been turned into this basically this little ball of hate, and everyone's playing into it and shit. So, um, as I said before, people just need to stop that shit. And
Dude,
yeah, that's the whole social online bullshit, man. Is people just like go on there just to tear other people down. And it's like not even to like watch their stuff. It's literally just to tear other people down. And that's where you get like trolls and a bunch of idiots and whatnot. So it's sad, but hey, that's what happens when you lock entire populations up with nothing to do except hang out on the fucking computer all day. So, I mean, there you go.
right. And like here's the thing, it's like this is that people need to realize that this is I don't know. Here's my thing about this is that you want to be a dick, go ahead and be a dick. But don't get mad if someone pops back off at you and shows you your true self.
Well, we all know that people have real real hard accountability issues in this day and age. So, yeah.
You know, it's like this, dude. I'm just like, people want to say shit about me today. Here's my thing. Go ahead. Go right ahead. I don't care. That is what a block button is for. Is for trolls. See, Pam, this is why I love you. Because lately I have not had the tolerance for trolls. I hear TLO laughing over there.
A little bit.
I've been doing better with my troll.
Yes, you have been doing better.
But with all the shit I have going on, I just don't have time for y'all fuckers. I have laid down rules. Well, me and TLO have laid down rules. I had a block party one night for calling TLO the N word, and I don't think he caught it, but I did. That's a no-no. You know, so I do what I have to do before I have to fucking Thanos click him. That's what my one streamer friend calls it. He literally calls it Thanos click.
I probably would have just told him he's a saltine, and that would have been that.
Damn TLO. Just
because trust me, I've gotten into quite a few spars with some real rednecks. So an internet troll who was probably some little 12-year-old who looked up the meaning on fucking Wikipedia is not going to scare me.
You know what? Here's the funny thing. I was watching one of your arguments on Instagram the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't saying nothing. I seen you and this redneck dude. I don't remember what the hell it was about. I just know that I could barely look at my phone because I was sitting here dying in my phone. I'm just going ding, ding, ding. And it's till like 5 different times. And I'm going,
For real. I'm like, all right, bro. Like we can go there. We can go there. I have no problems with that. I I've come to learn that most of the involvement with that shit is basically most of the trolls are just out there just to engage, because you can see that in like daily life with like the assholes out in the street or in the subways or on the trams or the metros or whatever it is in whatever state or city and whatnot that you reside in. But you can always see those people, and they're just sitting there and being angry and fuckheads to the world, and they're waiting for somebody to actually engage them. And you know, back in my youth, oh boy, back in my youth, I used to have a lot of fun with them. I used to call it target practice. We'll just leave it at that.
I remember as a kid, I shot some dude in the ass with a BB gun because he pissed me off.
I don't think I've actually used. Only twice I've had to use a weapon. Most of the time, I just use them.
I remember in school, dude, this is going to sound bad, but this dude would not leave me the fuck alone for whatever reason. Me and 5 friends picked him up, put him in a toilet, and gave him a swirly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's basically what it comes down to. I mean, there is something to be said, because I grew up in the day and age when kids actually were allowed to play and be kids. And, you know, there's all sorts of schoolyard politics going on. And let me tell you, I was kind of the enforcer, we'll just say. And if I saw some shit I didn't like, I would interject.
You were getting thrown off the playground.
Yeah, you would be made an example of. There was one time where I almost went off, but I controlled myself. So basically, it was like, you see that shit in the movies where the guy basically, faux punches them and comes like within an inch of their faces and whatnot.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I basically did that with like kicks and fists, and so yeah.
There was
he, he realized really quick that to engage me would be a lot more difficult than he assumed.
do you know what? Here's the funny thing is this is that so you're making me go back to my high school days, middle school days. My friend Amber, the one who I told you I go and see now,
Yes.
one of the kids grabbed her by her underwear one day and fucking yanked her underwear, and I fucking threw him down 2 flight steps. I went
Yes,
like,
you're very proud of that story.
oh, I am, dude. I hate bullies, dude, and I used to be one. Back
Yeah,
off.
I was never a bully. I was always like oh man, and I'm gonna forget his name. In the Breakfast Club, the leader of the group. I was that guy.
Oh
I
god.
was usually the leader of the motley crew, or the people that don't usually just fit in or play well with others, that sort of crowd. Back in the old days, they'd be called, freaks, geeks, nerds, that sort of thing.
You were one of the guys. Oh, what's his name? You were Rob Schneider from fucking Grown Ups.
No,
Yeah,
no.
or Adam Sandler. I'll give you that one.
And even still with like grown-ups, because those guys are a bunch of just do funnies. Like even in my adult stage when I did stupid shit, nothing ever came close to that. Or what those fucktards and jackass.
Russian roulette. Fucking dude get shot in the goddamn foot.
Well, yeah, they had to stop whatever the latest one was because somebody got hurt. I think it was Johnny too.
Oh yeah, fucking jackass dude brings back memories.
Oh, I'm
Nitro,
sure.
Nitro Circus is where it's at down at.
But see, and that's the thing is like that probably plays into a lot of the understanding of you young cats. Like just like how a lot of you guys were grown up on like the social media. And so,
Hey, Nitro Circus is where it's at though.
well, regardless, the point is like you were cultured around sort of like the keyboard warrior mentality because you grew up dealing with bullies and whatnot mostly that way. You didn't really have it present in more of a physical fashion.
Oh yeah, I did.
Well, yes, of course, everyone still has that, but I guarantee it's not to the degree that it was back in my day. I mean,
Do you
take
know
this for example. I had almost all straight A's, yet I was suspended 6 times. So figure that.
the fuck were you suspended for?
Fights. But see, back then it wasn't demonized. Like I miss the days when kids would just be able to go out on the playground and confront their bullies and if necessarily kick the shit out of them and basically teach them a lesson. Nowadays with all this do funny everyone's sheltered, everyone's protected. I mean, Christ, I can't even tell you just with the playgrounds themselves, how everything's been plasticized, how everything's been turned all super safe and whatnot. And it's like
Oh,
these are
dude,
barely like playground things, you
I
know.
re-
So like
I remember the whole complete metal playgrounds.
that's right. The metal and wood playgrounds from back
I
in the freaking 70s and 80s.
Yes, dude, fucking in school, dude. It was back in like 2003, 2004, somewhere in that area. My school, it wasn't the wooden one, but it was a complete metal one. Like not all the safety shit. Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to the little fucking thing. I've only had it for a day, and it's my first day using it. I can't say I'm proud of myself though, TL. I have over more than a half a pack, and I've had the pack since today.
Yeah, that's good. That
Fuck,
is good.
fucking. I remember, dude. You got in a fucking fight, dude. It was either you were throwing a motherfucker off the fucking fire pool fucking spot, or you were throwing a bitch down the fucking sled.
Well, there's been plenty of times where I've thrown people, so
I remember the
most of
one.
that was in the 16 plus years of nightclub security, but you know.
I remember the one kid, dude, would not leave me the fuck alone. He would not. Minding my business, climbing up and down the fire pole, like having fun. You know what I mean? Get
Yes.
yelled at by the recess monitor. Don't climb that. You're not allowed. Bitch, shut up. I fall. It's my own fault. You know what I mean?
Yes, well, I used to actively jump off those high places.
Oh yeah. And this, like I said, this cat wouldn't leave me alone. And so I moved areas. I went like and did my own thing again. Now I'm over playing on the fucking swings, just being me, hanging out with one of my. I was actually hanging out with my cousin because I went to school with him. Me and my cousin went to school, and this dude came over to me and just pushed me out the fucking swing. I'm like, all right, dude. Like, look, I left you alone. I moved. I'm over here doing my own thing. Just like, leave me alone. Doesn't happen. I go back over to my original spot and I go to climb up the fire pole. He rips me by the back of my shirt and makes me land flat on my ass. Like, bitch. All right. So I climbed up there. He followed me. I threw him off about a fucking 5 foot fucking drop. Said, there, bitch. Have fun.
Yes. As I said before, the schoolyard politics.
It's like every group had their own part in the playground. I didn't give a damn. Fuck you.
Well, of course. You had your cliques, your crews. So that was before most of all that gang shit.
I remember in
Even
high
though I did have to deal with that a little bit on the schoolyard, but
school, dude, us kids, like literally us kids, dude, like in high school, us football players, dude, we all sat together, right? And like a lot of them were mean. I wasn't really a jock. I was one of the more laid back. I don't give a fuck who you are. You nice to me? I'm nice too. You know what I mean? Was that the person giving wedgies? No, that was middle school. What I was talking about was like fifth grade. That happened, like fourth or fifth grade. But what happened? That happened, Pam, in my fucking last year at middle school. But anyways, fucking dude, these kids were picking on a nerd. This kid was in my technology class. And like, he's always bullied, he has fucking cuts and shit on his arm, and they just won't leave the kid alone. And I went like, all right, like, look, y'all need to quit. Like, this is getting ridiculous. So later that day, so the way our high school was here, I'll pull it up here in a minute on Google Maps since I know how to use it. And I'll show you here. I'll do it now. So I can fucking keep talking. And I don't forget about it because I'll forget. But so we have a pretty big high school, right?
right.
And okay, so go back to Google Maps. So We have an indoor field connected to the high school. Google Maps. Like I said, we have not Google Meet, you dimwit. Maps, moron. And dude, this kid would just, like I said, man, this kid was just getting fucking bullied, dude. I mean, just bullied. And so this young cat, he's probably about 15. He's probably about like a year older than me. He's like 16 in his fucking sophomore year, and I'm a freshman. And like I said, I feel bad for this dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, dude's just getting bullied. Am I screen sharing TLO or no?
No.
I might want to do that. Sorry, guys. I'm still getting back in the fact of doing shows again. So, Maslin. High school. So, go. Wee. Get out of here. Wee. Scrolling. Hold on a minute. Letting it load. Okay. So here's the high school TLO. Starts here, goes all the way over here. So that's the indoor field, right? So right here is the main front doors. This little stretch. Main doors. You walk in the doors. Right about here is the atrium. Atrium steps. It's about the top floor. About right here. This cat, I swear to God, tried to jump off this bitch. And that's like I'm 5 foot. That's about a 10 to 12 foot drop. Tries to kill himself. Right here. Because of the fact these jocks and these fucking morons, dude, would not leave this kid alone. And I felt so bad for him, TLO. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so bad for him. So now to give you guys a little layout. So this is literally the school grounds. Here, let me back up just a bit more. Literally, this is the school grounds. Right fucking here. Even this is considered school grounds.
Yes.
Because that's home field. That is the original Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Right here. I think that's the first Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Before the Browns in Cincinnati.
Interesting.
Yeah. Paul Brown was literally our fucking high school coach. At one point in his life. You know, but dude, this was my stomping grounds as a kid, dude. Right here. For like a year. This was my stomping grounds. For a fucking year. Now, my other stomping grounds is Maslin. Now, and you can also tell they have their own field. Spoiled school system, aren't we?
Well, no.
So the middle school kids get the fuck off of ours.
I mean, to be honest, middle school, some of the middle schools around here have their own fields. So
when I went to school, so you guys can already tell where the fucking front door is, can't you?
Yes.
Like right there. Side door, side. So there's a couple of doors. Door, 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 and door. And over here's a door. So where I went to school at when I was in the middle school was right here. This was my section of the school. Because in this side, we had fifth graders in this fucking part. Well, fucking shits. Well, the steps that I got in trouble at would be about right here. It's sad I can fucking tell you where I got in trouble at.
It is
I got,
kind of amusing.
huh?
I said it is kind of amusing.
It's weird. How the fuck do you remember where you got in trouble at? Ask me. Like I said, I was locked up for 3 years. But fucking my classroom is like kind of like right here. You can see out of the window, like to the parking lot.
You were lucky you had windows.
That was one of my classrooms. My other classroom was literally like on this side of the hallway, looking back there, like right here. I had 2 classrooms.
Yeah, try going to a high school that has no windows.
But like I said, the kid who I threw down the fucking steps is actually we're pretty good friends now. Actually, for some god reason, we're actually good friends. And dude, like I said, dude, I wasn't fucking dude, I did not like people going to fucking school. I did not. I couldn't tetherball, sorry. The Revenge of the Nerds, tetherball, metal seesaw, super high metal sounding boards. Okay. We want to talk about that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna show you a puny ass playground. These are the playgrounds that me and TLO were talking about being fucking puny. Hey TLO.
Yes.
That's the fucking puny shit we were talking about right here.
Dwayne, we can barely see it.
Can I go in anymore? I can't go in. Okay, but it's like this is the fucking playground, dude. Look how small that bitch is. That's small.
Yeah, that is pretty small.
That's small.
Not that they were like super bigger or anything back in the old days or anything like that.
No,
They're just built differently. They're built out of harder things. Things that could get you a splinter or a sliver or whatever.
Oh, dude, fucking when it was summertime, dude, fucking being out in the fucking sun for goddamn fucking all day and you get on that metal slide and your fucking back burns.
Yeah, see, we have plenty of playgrounds around here, so we never were without lack of slides.
Right. And I'm going to show y'all where I used to live.
We actually have a park that for a long time held the world record for the amount of slides.
This, my good friends, is where I used to live. Right here. Get out of the way, asshole. Used to live right here. Big old field in the back where I used to throw the ball. And back behind here is a fucking, literally a football field. Softball field, football field.
Right.
Dude, so when I grew up as a kid, dude, it was fucking, dude, it was sweet. When I grew up as a kid, dude. When I, like I said, when I grew up as a kid, man, it was fucking have a blast, hang out, relax. This is the same city I live in today. Except you just can't go into Bottom Park anymore like you used to. Fucking full of G's and sex offenders and shit. Fuck that. You know, dude, but like I said, dude, that was life for us. That was fucking the way we did shit, dude. At school and at home. We didn't give a fuck. And then today, to be honest, I still don't have a problem throwing someone down a fucking flight of steps. You fuck with me, bro. You better fucking hope I don't get a hold of you before fucking someone else. You better hope someone gets a hold of you before I do. Because I can't promise I'll stay calm.
Right.
I am one of those people. If I black out, dude, I'm killing you because I'm not gonna know when to stop. That's just truly how I am. You know, but you getting tired over there, TLO?
No, I'm just reading something somebody just sent me.
You need to go.
Maybe in a little bit. We are at an hour, so I know we covered the one subject. Didn't you have one other subject to cover?
Yeah, so my church today, I don't know where to fucking put the letter. Oops. My church today, 2 days ago, lifted the mask mandate inside their church. And Ohio requires everybody to have a mask mandate. You know, which I'm not complaining with. You know, it's hard to worship while you're fucking stuck wearing a damn mask. Like, let's be real. Like, it's not easy. Dude, it's hard to sing in a mask.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point, is they don't want people to be singing or whatnot. Because I know that that's one of the things that you're not supposed to do if you go to any like professional sports stuff, is you're not supposed to be like cheering or anything like that.
Dude, and that's where I say, yeah, no.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of stupid things that have transpired as far as laws or rules that just are contradictory or just don't really make much sense in the first fucking place. So,
Well, because here's my thing and this is how I feel about this situation, is when I was in school, you know, when I'm growing up, the one that affects my First Amendment. It does. You know, that affects me. Ignore my comment. I'm talking to somebody on the chat in Facebook. On stream. You know, like, here's my thing, dude. It's like, why be God, not yet. I push like 20 more minutes. I don't know my body will let me today. You know, but like I was saying, dude, it's like Pam, if you actually, that's just the outside look of the building. If you've seen the inside, it's big. I don't know how they did that, but it's fucking huge. But like I was saying, man, you know, fucking that compares our right to worship. You know, that impairs it. You know what I mean?
right.
So I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm finally glad that this shit is coming to an end.
Well, see, that's what I was talking about or alluding to before, is this is still somewhat of an experiment. Because I guarantee you that, considering that the majority of those states that are fully open are Republican run states, say if the coronavirus were to rear its ugly head again, they could use that to basically shut everything down, or have carte blanche to, basically. They'll use it because they've used it for fear before.
Yes, they have.
Excuse me.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna say this, dude. I might have to fucking edit it because I'm falling asleep. Holy fuck! I know you gotta go because you probably have to deal with something.
Yeah, I do.
So, guys, with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up for the night. TLO has to deal with something important. My body's going to go to fuck to bed, asshole. I don't know why my body's doing this to me today. Out of
It
all.
is 2:05 Central Time, so it's usually about time for something to arise.
If you need a vent afterwards, give me a call. I'll probably still be there.
No, it's not work related.
But guys, like I said, if you guys thank you for joining us, TLO. Do you have any last words, my good friend?
Hmm. I had heard this quote. I'll have to look it up again, but I don't know. What it comes down to is people really do need to stop with like all this hate. And like seriously, like I am starting to get to the point where I will literally start slapping people with all the bullshit and this back and forth vitriol. Like, oh, this and that, or oh, you wanted to have me killed, or oh, you're trying to take over the world with socialism. Like, just all of it is just getting so fucking stupid. Has anybody remembered the last time they actually did their jobs? Like, passed legislation that wasn't like harmful or offensive in some form or manner?
Me?
What?
I remember.
Oh, do you remember? I was wondering if you're like raising your hand for a question or something.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not gonna raise my hand.
but no, seriously, like there's serious shit going on in the world. Like, there are definitely governments and countries out there that want to bully the rest of the world. And for a long time, even though people hated the idea, and a long time ago when we actually believed in our country, and a lot of the youth wasn't indoctrinated with this weird, like, self hatred projection bullshit. Um, you know, people would rally around their countries, and we used to be like the people who would rally around countries that were basically downtrodden around the world. We were basically like the equalizers, the enforcers on
Exactly.
the schoolyard. And we lost that because we've gotten so wrapped up in all this internal bullshit and this back and forth, and oh, you're racist, or oh, you're fucking socialist, and all this back and forth. And it's getting old because like nobody's doing anything. Like seriously, nothing is happening. Like our economy is going to shit, and it's all still at a standstill, and it's because nobody's doing anything, and it's on all sides too. It's not like the people have actually gotten together and said, okay, enough of this bullshit. We need to address these issues, and we need to do it now. It's all been about this weird bullshit. Oh, well, I won't work with you unless you give me everything that I want or whatnot. And it's just it's old, it's counterproductive. It basically shows the idiocy of most of the politics, most of weird agendas that go on these days. And it's like, have we all forgotten what just being a person is? Like everyone's too worried about like their freaking subscribers and whether or not they're influencers and how many followers and this and that, and it's all bullshit. It really is.
Dude,
Like
it is.
some days I wonder man, if this is it, this is the end, and it won't be any like happy kumbaya sort of end, and it won't be any sort of like asteroid Armageddon deep impact shit either. It'll just be us basically tearing ourselves or destroying ourselves because we're all fucking too wrapped up in all this unnecessary bullshit, because a lot of it is like, so much of it is. I can't honestly tell you the last time I was really like invested in any of those things. Like, I'm not on Twitter anymore.
Oh, you left
But
Twitter?
yeah, I'm barely on Instagram. And that'll be pretty much it as far as like, besides this, as far as social media, because like, it's just back and forth, and everyone's just calling each other names, and nothing's getting done, and shit's running into the ground. Our infrastructure, our fucking, all of our systems, not just the healthcare system, but all of our fucking
No,
infrastructure
don't even
systems.
get me. Don't even get me fucking started on healthcare
Well,
system.
that's the thing, is like, yes, that's problematic, but there are so many other things that are problematic as well, and people can't just say that, oh yeah, you know, this leads to that and whatever. It's like, no, there's so many variables at any given time. You can say one thing leads to another, but all of it is tied in. And so unless we stop all this bullshit and vitriol and this back and forth, um, like, it's not looking good. I was telling people the other day, like, I don't really feel that confident in the future. I really don't foresee, um, to be honest, the United States surviving another decade or so if we keep on this path, because all we're doing is just fighting with each other for a bunch of shit that's a lot of times made up. Like, let's just be real. Like, and I see all the shit that's happening, and I see these patterns, and now that I've investigated further, I'm just like, wow, people are literally like falling into these rabbit holes that are developing, and I'm not sure if it's corporations, if it's fucking, the puppet master, or if it's some scary Skynet AI that's doing it and manipulating algorithms and what people see online and how they see it and what stories get leaked and this and that. Because like, it all hasn't really gotten us enlightened. It hasn't advanced our civilization. We're regressing, and we're now starting to literally die off. I mean, all around the world, birth rates are down. It's not just a first world, third world problem, like just across the board. Sperm rates are down, fertility rates in women are down. And then obviously we have this contingency of folks out there that have this mindset that we have to be some sort of weird in between thing, or not a thing, or whatnot. And it's like, it may come down to the point where, those people may have to somewhat conform to the fact that, to keep the human race around, we kind of do have to have a little bit of the male female mixing happening
Man,
in
look,
order for that to happen. I
look.
mean,
Here's here.
that's the point where I'm at. It's like, okay, I believe people should be free to do and be whoever they want to be, but there's a point where it's like, oh shit, like, this might actually be towards the end of our actual race, the human fucking race, and it might be mostly self-inflicted.
See, here's my thing. Is that so? You got me started on a contingent rant that you just took me down a rabbit hole I wasn't planning on touching it, but I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch it with a fucking 2 foot, like a 2 inch pole.
Now, Dwayne, you said you weren't going to go down rabbit holes.
Nope, you opened up the door. Thanks, TLO.
Yeah. Um, and as you have found out recently, like Saturday, just because you open up a door doesn't mean you necessarily step through it.
That's a different point.
Nope. It is applicable.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
I plead the fifth on that one.
No, you can't plead the fifth because it's already been.
Look, damn it.
See, yeah, now you know. Now you know. Now you're like, uh-oh. Yeah. There's a point where you got to stop, no matter what.
We'll talk about this in tomorrow's show. Not tomorrow's show, Saturdays.
I was about to say Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Tomorrow I have something going on. I've got to run some late night errands and whatnot.
Does TLO have a date yet?
What? There is never going to be a possibility of a date for TLO.
Yes, sir.
We're talking like ever. Because that could take me on a rabbit hole, but I'm not even going to touch that one because I know better. I know about not going through doors.
Here's my thing. Is that you, sir? I think we need to end this before rabbit holes start opening up and we
Oh,
venture
yeah.
down.
My major point is just we need to stop being dicks to each other.
Well,
Because
see,
we have more in common than we have, not in common. So stop being so pigheaded and stop being like, oh, I hate you and oh, I hate you, because it's seriously, it's getting old. Like
well,
it really is.
here's the thing,
And
dude.
if we stop that, half of our problems would be taken care of if we just started actually fucking listening to each other and stop bickering.
That's never gonna happen, though.
That's only because people say that it'll never happen.
I
And
mean,
it's just because people are living in that sort of realm because they stay online and the online is creating that atmosphere. That's what I mean is I don't know if it's, some sort of Skynet AI that's manipulating shit or if it's some sort of, global fucking Illuminati or whatever. Like, I don't know. But whatever it is, something pertaining to online and people being online is causing a lot of this. It really truly is. And I believe a lot of it probably has to do with the actual interactions. Because if you're in a room with somebody, you're able to, talk to them a lot easier than you would over the internet, over, Zoom or Streamplay or Facebook Live or anything like that. There's a different sort of energy. There's a different sort of presence. You can't pick up on ticks. You can't see if they're have nervous twitches. Really, like that's the thing. Is like there's so many variables when you're in a room with somebody and you're talking with them. Like you'd be able to tell if you said something that would upset them just by the change of the electricity in the room coming off of them. That change, you don't necessarily see that when you're in Zoom, when you're in Streamplay, when you're living in this filtered world of the internet. And that could be cognizant, that could be subconscious, like I don't know, but whatever it is, it's permeating through all aspects of our lives. And I swear I'm literally I'm watching as the world is like coming to a halt. And to be honest, we're the ones that are doing it because we're not trying to do anything but just stay stuck in all this hate. And that's what it is. Get unstuck. That's my advice, people.
here's the thing: people aren't gonna get unstuck until they fucking pull their head out their ass. And right now, here's the thing: I'm just gonna be open and honest. Until shit settles the fuck down, people aren't gonna pull their head out their fucking ass. It's just not gonna fucking happen. Pull your head out your fucking ass. Treat others the way you want to be fucking treated, and sit down and stop bitching about someone fucking being a bitch. Suck it up.
But yeah, I mean, at what point does the person who's bitching constantly become the bitch?
Exactly.
mean, like I'll just be honest, because like I'm sorry, because there is an awful lot of whining, like there really is. Like, yeah, no, trust me, I know life is rough, and that's why I get kind of mad at people. It's like, no, life is difficult. Bad things do happen, and you need to be prepared for them, and you need to be able to deal with them and dust yourself off and carry on. But a lot of people don't have those coping mechanisms or whatnot, and like, yeah, they're losing their grasp on reality.
I mean, and that's going to be the one thing that always seems to fucking happen. But guys, we are at about an hour and 20 minutes, and I need to get the fuck off here. So guys, thank you for fucking tuning in tonight. It has been a wonderful evening or morning, whatever the fuck you guys want to call it.
Yeah, right.
And guys, okay, so announcement Saturday. I am pushing the anniversary show back by 2 days. Saturday, going into Sunday morning, we are holding the anniversary show for the Night Talk. Because I went back into my handy dandy phone tonight. This is why I love my phone, and this is why I love YouTube, because they keep fucking archives. And if you guys ever want to go back and listen to past shows, please feel free to do so. They're on YouTube, Freedom Revolution Network. Check us out. So the first show that ever aired on the Night Talk. Actually, just let me type in the Night Talk. The first show that ever aired would have been 11 months ago, 10 months ago.
I thought you were at this already.
I did. Don't judge. Trust me, I honestly did. God bless America.
Oh, Dwayne.
I literally, hey, look, okay. I literally had this planned out. Hold on, I gotta find the damn thing. The original Red Pill Show, Clarity After Dark. The original Red Pill Show. Okay, now I'm getting somewhere. Hold on. Liberty Librarian. Clarity After Dark, Clarity After Dark.
Wow,
God.
Dwayne, you're going way back.
Oh, wait. Nope.
You
Hold on.
don't remember your first show?
Unfortunately, no. I thought I did. It was in March. 3-3, 3-3, 3-4, 3-6, 3-6, 3-7, 3-7, 3-8, 3-8. I know this damn show's in March. $3.19. All right, I'm gonna open this bitch up and see when the fucking date was on this live chat.
It doesn't have the date stamp on it.
No, YouTube's being gay.
You mean YouTube's being stupid?
Okay, there's a quarantine edition. 11 months ago. Oh, wait. They do have the date stamp on it. Dummy. That was 3/22, a day after my birthday. Holy shit. All right, hold on. That's March 18th. What?
Yo, welcome to
Another night.
Yeah, I heard that.
Another night. Y'all heard that? What the fuck?
Oh, Dwayne.
March 17th. Hold on. Because now I have to find videos. What the fuck?
Now this is like thrilling.
What the fuck? Am I doing my fucking anniversary a little too early? Probably. It was around this time. Oh no, because my video got taken down by YouTube. Okay, never mind. I do remember that episode. What the fuck? Ain't this some shit?
Oh, Dwayne.
No, this is some shit. This is some fucked up shit. You know it is. This is some fucky shit. But anyways, guys, I'm with 319. What the fucking goddamn fucking honky type of bullshit is this? Like literally, I'm pissed.
I think that much has been established, Dwayne.
323, 11 months ago. 10 months ago, 11 months ago. So yeah, it's around this time. I know. So guys, like I said, anniversary stream is on Thursday. Not Thursday. Damn, sorry. Saturday, March. Hold on. Calendar. Dude, this panic attack really done screwed me the heck up. Saturday, March 6th at 10 p.m. at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fucking 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then 8 p.m. Mountain Time.
Last time I checked.
And then like 6 o'clock fucking Pacific Standard Time. All right, guys. TLO, do you have anything to fucking say so we can get the hell out of here?
No, I said my piece.
Guys, from the seas to the skies, and from a great country built by God, and with all this screwed up stuff going on. Good night, universe.
Good night, folks.